Hey, I'm here still in Sri Lanka, so we're going to start with another morning practice. It doesn't have to be done in the morning, of course, but it'll be a little bit more uplift, and we're going to be working on opening the hips a little. So come to start standing at the top of your mat with hip distance. Allow the weight to fall into your feet. Soften your knees, your ankles. Relax your shoulders, your breath. Bring the hands into prayer at the heart center. Thumbs can just gently touch at the sternum. And begin to find the perfect weights and distribution of that weight over your feet. Gently spread the toes out. Press into the ball of the big toes to the little toe. Into the heel and lift the arch of the feet. Relax as much as you can through the pelvis and the belly and the shoulders. Lengthen tail and crown gently away from each other and take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth slowly. Inhaling, lengthening, tail to crown. Exhale the breath out through the mouth slowly. One more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Gently bend the knees as the arms drop down. And then take an inhale as the arms come out and up. Press the feet gently into the floor as you lift your heart. And exhale as you open the arms up. Lead with the heart down towards the legs, folding as you go. Head releases completely for a moment. And then rotate through the shoulders one at a time as if you're sort of swimming. Backstroke. You can change the direction of the rotation. And then swing the chin from side to side. And then bend the knees deeply and roll back up, pressing the floor away from you. Arms can rise out to the sides and over the head as they meet overhead. And exhale back down through the center, hands to heart. Continue the journey, bend the knees, drop the arms, hands rise out and up. Press the feet into the floor, straighten the legs, open the heart towards the sky, and exhale fold. Lead down with the heart, softening the knees as you need to, releasing the head as you arrive in your full fold. Half lift this time, letting the hands ride up the legs, lifting the chest, the chin, and rolling those sit bones up. And then exhale, folding once again, releasing the head as you arrive at the full fold. Bend the knees deeply, press the floor away from you, and roll up, hands and head hanging. And then as you get upright, arms out and up. You might like to now look as the hands meet overhead. And exhale, drawing back down through the center. To the heart and then down to the belly as we bend the knees. Arms reach out and up. Press the feet into the earth. Open the heart. Draw the belly in towards the spine and exhale. Lead down with a straight back. Folding into your fold. Releasing your head, softening your knees. Half lift, inhale. Here, as you half lift, wag your tail a little from side to side to release the lower back. And exhale to refold. Bend the knees deeply, roll up, pushing the floor away from you, perhaps a little faster this time as the hands come up and over. And exhale, hands through the center, back to the heart. Take a breath as you just steady and feel into the first few moments of your practice, what is beginning to happen to your body. So we begin to move a little faster, bend the knees, drop the arms down, inhale, rise up, and exhale, folding forward with a flat back, head releases. Rounding through if you like, and then half lift on the inhale, lifting the head. And then as we exhale, we're stepping back with the left leg. So we're coming into lunge, drop the back knee down to the floor and flatten the foot. You could have some blocks here if you find the floor is a little far away. Inhale, pull back, drop the nose in towards the knee, and exhale, rock forward and lengthen out. Inhale, pull back, nose towards the knee. Exhale, lengthen out, lift the chest and chin. Inhale, pull back here. And just holding for a moment as you pull that right hip back towards the back of the mat. Lengthen the crown towards the foot. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, let the knee drop out to the right hand side. You sort of come off the flat of the foot and onto the outer edge of your foot. From there, see if you can really begin to press that back foot into the floor and lift through the chest and draw the shoulders away from you. So this is a very awake moment, right? Very alive in the pose. And then inhale, pull back. And exhale, rock forward. Both hands to the floor, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, press the hands into the floor so you can step that right foot back behind you into downward facing dog. You could always drop down into cat here if it's a little too much to start in dog. So the knees could drop to the floor. And we just begin to wag the tail again. You might like to walk your dog, that's pedaling the feet. Have the hands at shoulder distance and your feet at hip distance. Press the hands into the floor as you lift the sit bones up towards the ceiling, lift both heels, and then drop one down. Press into the floor with the hands to drop the chest towards the thighs. And just repeat that from side to side. And then inhale, lift both heels, exhale. You can bend the knees, but begin to draw the heels towards the floor while continuing to roll the sit bones high. Lengthen the crown towards the space between the hands. And then inhale onto your knees. Keep rolling up with the sit bones in the chest and chin. And then exhale, push back, buttocks to heels. Inhale, roll forward, drop the head and tail as if they want to meet in the center and push forward. And then exhale, roll the sit bones up, lift the chest and chin and push back, buttocks to heels. Inhale, coiling and rounding the back as you push forward. And exhale, rolling up, looking up as you push back. Inhale, rolling forward. And this time, exhale, just staying where you are, roll the sit bones up and lift the chest and chin in like up cat. From here, we inhale, press the floor away from us, draw the navel in towards the spine. Bend the elbows on the exhalation as if you want to brush them up against your side ribs and see if you can lower your body, chest and chin to the earth. And then inhale again, prepare yourself to come down, exhale, full release to the floor. Take a breath there. You might like to roll the shoulders out again. Walk the hands out a little so they're wider than your shoulders and out in front of you. Inhale to rise a little. Just begin to see what's available for you. Have the thighs and your pelvis so they're really comfortable into the floor. So if you need to adjust anything, please do. Keep the tail long and lift the chest and chin. And then you exhale to ride down. Bring the hands in under the shoulders. And then we repeat it. Try not to push the hands into the floor and start, but keep the tail long. Reach into your toes. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and lift from your belly into your chest. Tail remains long. Exhale to release. Inhale, push up into cat or half plank. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Wriggle it out, wriggle it out. Anything that feels nice for you at this point. I live in a jungle at the moment, did you know that? And there are so many insects on my neck. And so many flies and mosquitoes. If I seem to be wriggling around, if you're bothering to look, then that's the reason. Alright, we're going to now bring that left foot in a little closer towards the right. And inhale, extend the right leg up. And exhale, draw the knee into the nose. And inhale, extend the right leg up. Push both hands into the floor, but particularly the right hand. And exhale, draw the nose in. And then again, inhale, reach up, press the floor away from you. And see if you can draw your chest towards your knee a little bit more. And then exhale, release that foot down. The side, the left. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, draw the knee in. We're not moving forward with the whole body, just the leg, just the thigh. Inhale, extend that leg up, press the hands into the floor so we can begin to bring the chest towards the thigh. And exhale, knee to the heart. Inhale, last extension, reach the tail and the crown, but also the heel or foot and the crown away from each other. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, draw that knee in towards the chest. Lift high on your foot and your hands and bring that foot all the way through. So the left foot now lands beside the left hand, and we drop the back knee to the floor, flatten the foot. That's the right foot, right? Inhale, coil back. So we drop the nose in towards the knee as we pull that left hip back. And exhale, rock forward, lengthening out through the spine, lifting chest and chin. Inhale, pull back, draw the hip back, drop the nose towards the knee, and exhale. Lengthen from foot to crown. Inhale, last one, pull back, hold here for a moment. Keep drawing that left hip back. Begin to lengthen the crown towards the foot. And when we exhale, take an inhale, and when we exhale, we're going to let the knee fall out to the left-hand side. The foot is going to lift off the floor in order to give the hip the space it needs. A gentle pressing of the right foot into the floor as you allow this left hip to open. Be alive here, really opening up through the heart. Have a nice, steady and awake gaze. Feel that back foot pressing into the floor and opening the whole of your right side as the left hip, loosens, releases, relaxes. Inhale, pull back carefully. And as we exhale, we come forward with the knee, bringing it over the ankle. Tuck the right toes back and lift the knee off. Lean back into that back foot so you can then step forward on the inhale, bringing the right foot to the left, and exhale as you fold into full foot. Release the head, shake out anything through the shoulders. If you want to rotate or swing the chin from side to side, take that moment. You can roll up, so bend the knees deeply, begin to press the feet into the floor, head and arms are hanging. Press away as you inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Hands meet overhead, and this one, exhale, drop the hands behind you as you lift the elbows high, so the hands come behind the head. Inhale, lift them back overhead, look up as they come to the peak of the mountain, and exhale, look down as you drop the hands back behind you, elbows high. Last round. Inhale, lift the hands, look up at the peak, and exhale as you drop the hands back behind you, chin down. Inhale, lift into the peak, and exhale as you draw the hands back into the heart space. Take a breath. Take a moment to assess. Let the breath soften and relax. Let the muscles soften and relax. Let your body land into your feet and into the earth. And let your awareness to grow loud through the body. Let the hands drop down, begin to bend the knees, arms out and up. Inhale, open up the chest, looking skyward. Exhale as it draws you down to the earth. Fold it. Let the head go and then half lift on the inhale. And as you exhale, step back with the left leg. Inhale here, we're just going to coil one time, dropping the head towards the knee as you lift the back heel. And as you exhale, push the heel away from you and draw the knee forward, lengthening through the spine, lifting through the chest. Inhale, coil one more time, and then as you exhale, once again allow that knee to fall out to the side. The foot lifts a little, but not as much as it did. You might like to place a block under your hand, or the hand can go directly onto the floor, just a little bit out of alignment, perhaps from the shoulder. The right hand comes onto the right knee, and we are very active through that back leg. Of course, you can drop the knee down if this is too intense for you, okay? Otherwise, we work with the intensity or the strengthening of the pose. As we lift the knee away from the floor, kick into that back left heel, and allow that right knee to open as we take our chin to look over the right shoulder. Just a few breaths here. Kick into the back heel. Be very active. Lift that back thigh away from the floor. Breathing steady. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, release out again. Drop the back knee to the floor and then pull back that front hip. And drop over your thigh into half monkey. Ardha Hanumanasana. Hips pull back as your crown lengthens towards the foot. Inhale when you're ready, rock forward, hands just underneath you. Tuck and lift the back leg, so tuck the toes, lift the knee, and press the floor away from you so you have space to lift that right foot off the floor and begin either just coming into three-legged dog, into dog, or lifting the leg into three-legged dog. Woohoo! This time we're going to inhale and rock forward. Take the right knee to the right elbow and then exhale. Sorry, this is an inhale as we lift the leg high into the sky and exhale as we bring the knee to the elbow. My apologies. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. And now inhale, lift the right leg high, hold here, press into the right hand in particular, and then bend the right knee so the foot falls towards the buttocks, and lift the thigh away from the floor. Press the left foot now into the floor as you lift the right knee away from it. Hold there for a couple of breaths, opening up through the inner groin and the right hip. Try and be a little steady in the shoulder so we don't want to over twist here. Both hands press into the floor. You will feel a little more in the right hand, but equally press into the left. Extend the right leg now. Full extension in the open hip, and then exhale, just bring that foot down towards the left. Back into dog. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coil forward. And exhale, bend the knees, push back. You can do this in cat. Inhale, coil forward. Coming in sort of into plank, and then bend the knees and push back. You could also do this on your knees, just rolling back and forth as we did at the beginning of this practice. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, bend the knees and push back. Buttocks comes high. Inhale, roll forward. Bend the knees, push back. And allow the buttocks to come high. Back into dog as we hold here for a breath. Inhale back onto your knees and keep allowing the sit bones in the chest to rise up. And then as we exhale, bend the elbows in towards the ribs and come forward and down with the heart and chin. Inhale as you flatten your body along the floor. Exhale just to land, get comfortable. Hands remaining under the shoulders. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. Keep lengthening into your feet and toes. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift from the belly, up into the heart, shoulders away, reach into your toes. Keep the tailbone. And then exhale, releasing down. And just take a moment, you might even like to come off the wrists and roll them out a couple of times over your head. Or you might like to shake the shoulders out or rock out through the hips. And then just land for a moment in the breath and in the body. Relax everything before we move into the next cycle, the next side. Hands coming under the shoulders. Inhale to press up into half plank or plank, and exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Of course, this could be done in cat on your knees as well. And exhale, rock forward, bringing that elbow, knee to the left elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Pause before we inhale, lift up. And exhale here. Okay, so now we inhale, extend that leg up, press both hands into the floor, particularly that left. Get comfortable and steady here. Reach into that left foot, and then bend the knee, heel towards the buttocks, and lift the thigh away from the floor. Try and land well into the right foot, the right heel as best you can, and grounding down through that right leg as you lift the left knee away. Try and be strong in both arms so we don't over twist in the torso. Breathing here. And then inhale, extend that left leg up, all the way, full length. And then exhale, releasing and bringing the foot forward. So that left foot is going to land beside the left hand. That back knee is going to remain off the floor. And we inhale, lift the back heel. Coil into our center by dropping the nose towards the knee. And then exhale, shoot out to that back heel. Lengthen out through the whole of your spine. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, coiling in. And exhale as you lengthen out. Okay, so the right hand can go in a block here, sort of just out of alignment of the shoulder. We're going to allow the left knee to turn out a little, the foot to lift off the floor a little, and the left hand to come onto the knee. So we can have this sense of pressing away and dropping in at the same time with the hips and with the hands. So begin to push that heel, right heel away from you, press into the right hand, let the left knee come out a little, and we can always have the back knee to the floor if it gets too much or if it's too much to start with. So just find your way here, sort of dropping that back thigh in towards the floor. At the same time, we're trying to resist the floor. So maybe it's more dropping the left hip towards the floor and trying to resist through that right thigh. So we keep this sense of buoyancy as well as releasing, as well as strengthening. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, drop that back knee to the floor. And then the left hand can come beside the foot again. Inhale, draw back that left hip. Lengthen through the spine at the same time, and exhale as you fold over the leg. Lengthening tail and crown away from each other. And pull that left hip back towards the back of the mat as you reach into the foot. working with our opposing forces. Breathing into the back of the leg. And then inhale, coming forward. Lift the chest, be alive. Hands can be on blocks here, of course. Tuck the back knee. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Get back into that foot and then spring forward. On the inhale, exhale as we fall. And once again, you can have a little moment here where you scratch yourself from all the insects that are biting you. Or you can just sort of roll around or sway around, releasing through the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the back of the legs or the spine. Your practice, these are your moments that you can really take ownership. And then when you're ready, you can roll up, or you could come up reverse one with a flat back. So just choosing for yourself. Arms could come out. We lift from the lower belly into the chest with a flat back. Press the feet into the floor. And then the arms rise all the way up. Once again, hands meet overhead, and we exhale. Drop them back behind us. Draw the lower navel in towards the spine. Press the feet into the floor. Inhale as you look up, as the hands reach overhead. And exhale as you drop back down, hands behind you, chin tucks in. Inhale, lifting the arms, looking up at the hands. And exhale as you drop the hands back down and look down at the floor. Inhale, last one. Hands rise over the head, and exhale, you draw them down into the belly. Hands to the heart. And this time, let's just release the hands all together. Breathing here. Relaxing here. So just releasing the hands down the side of the body. Beginning to lengthen the arms out and up once again. Press the feet into the floor. Gently draw the belly in towards the spine as the hands meet overhead. Widen your toes, and maybe your heels if you feel you need a little bit more. And as you exhale, bend the knees, and we're going to drop the buttocks down towards the heels. The heels can lift off the floor as you come into circle. Take an inhale here, lengthening, and as you exhale, reaching forward with the hands and heart. And back with the heels and buttocks. Maybe some of you can bring the heels all the way to the floor, maybe not. And then just drawing the hands into prayer at the heart center. Lifting up through the chest if you can. And then exhale to release. Some of you can squeeze everything into the midline to drop the buttocks down to the floor. Or you could step back with one hand, two hands supporting you as you drop the buttocks down. Draw the feet in so the soles of the feet come together. And we grab hold of the hands around the ankles. Lengthen up on the inhale through the spine. And on the exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. And from breath to breath, you can just move, swinging the chin from left to right. Sorry about the noise from the quarry. I've had to re-record this on another day because of some problems, and now we have the noise. So try and stay focused on what's going on in the body. Soften the knees, allow them to drop out towards the earth. As you lengthen up, buttocks into the floor and lengthening up from the belly through to the crown. Couple of deep breaths there. Then draw Widen the feet so they're about as wide as the hips. Lengthen up through the chest and then release the hands out, palms facing up. Take an inhale, we're going to exhale to coil down, so begin to lengthen the tail between, as if pushing them between the feet, rounding through the spine. Keep the feet connected to the earth and just slowly find your way down. All the way, so the back drops all the way. Hands can come over the head and relax onto the earth, the elbows bent. Take an inhale here, you might like to widen the feet a little bit more. Exhale, drop down, knees both to one side, head to the other. Inhale, both back to the center, and exhale. Knees to the other side, head to the opposite. Inhale, center. Exhale, dropping down. Releasing. Inhale, back to the center with head and knees, and exhale down to the other side. And again, inhale to the center. Exhale, drop the knees down to the other side and hold here now for a moment. Soften that top knee down in towards the ground. If you like, you could take the bottom foot and place it on the upper knee, just to stretch into that whole thigh and side a little more deeply. At least 3 deep breaths here. So sorry. Release the foot down back onto the earth. Inhale, knees both up to the center. Exhale, drop them down to the other side. Take a moment as you let everything land. And then if you like, you take the bottom foot and place it on the upper knee. Looking in the opposite direction. Breathing deeply into the body. Release the foot. Inhale, both knees back to the center. And once again, you could try exhaling both knees out to the sides as the soles of the feet come together. You may have some blocks, and you could place the blocks under the thighs in whatever way feels good for you. We're not going to be here too long, but you might like that support anyway. About 5 deep breaths into the belly now. Nice softening on the inhalation as you draw the breath deep into the body. And as you exhale, allow the belly to sink back into the body, releasing the breath fully. Relax and soften everything as best you can. Beautiful birds here, and also the squirrels, which I can't hear this morning. They're often, you may have heard them in the previous video. Inhale, draw the knees in towards each other, and you You can just extend the legs out. If you want something underneath your knees, you could perhaps place a rolled blanket or blocks or a bolster under the knees. Shake out your legs as they arrive in Savasana. Draw your shoulders in towards each other, the shoulder blades in towards each other by lifting the chest, drawing them in and then replacing them. Just getting super, super comfortable here. Let the feet fall out to either side. Tail is a little long here as well. You might like the flesh of the buttocks drawn towards the heels, back of the head into the earth, and resting here. Deepen the breath and extend the exhalation. And then just soften the whole of your body to the earth. Let go of the breath. Just follow its natural rhythm. And with each passing exhalation, a deepening of your body into the earth beneath you. Of letting go of any tension or any holding. And then just begin to deepen the breath, the inhalation. Filling the whole body with the breath. Shaking out, stretching out and moving out anything as you begin to reawaken. Roll onto a side when you're ready, pushing up with the hand. You can take a breath or two lying on your side if you would prefer. And as you come to sit when you're ready, then just take a moment in prayer, the heart to the hands to the heart, head bowing and lips lifting. Namaste.